Hey guys, welcome back to Mr. Herring's 5th grade math lessons. Today we are continuing our unit with graphing. The objective is the same as yesterday. I can represent categorical data with bar graphs or frequency tables, including data sets of measurements in fractions or decimals. Again, just like yesterday, that's a lot of wording. It just means we're putting data into bar graphs today, and the bar graph data could be fractions or decimals, right? So let's go ahead and get started. You have your notes in your journal. So here, a blank blank is a graphical display of data using bars of various heights to show blank. Well, it's a bar graph. It's a graphical display of data using bars of various heights to show differences. All right? It shows the differences. So let's go ahead and jump into this. And this is just like yesterday. The first thing we always do is label our graph. So here is favorite sport. And the favorite sport is a favorite sport to watch, right? So the events this time, the events always go across the bottom, all right? So here we have football, we have baseball, we have soccer, and we have other, okay? And on the y-axis up is the number of votes. So over here we'll put number of votes, all right? And then we have to have some type of scale. If I look at my numbers, my highest number is 12, 4, 6, and 2. They're all even. So here I've got, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 bars. So if I count by twos, it gives me all the way to 12, right? And then I can graph my bar. So football had a total of 12 votes. So then I would draw a bar, go all the way up to 12. And then normally we shade them in. Okay. And then baseball had 4 votes, so I take a bar and go to 4. And then soccer has 6 votes. And other has 2 votes. And that is really all there is to making a bar graph. And I notice I have all of my bars are labeled across the bottom, the number of votes across the side, my y-axis, and then I've shaded to match the numbers that I need. And I always put the numbers on top of my bars so it's easier to find my information if I need to answer questions about them. Okay? So here, another example, number of rainy days. We have 3 months. We have April, May, and June, and the number of days. I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My highest number is 20. They are even. So if I count by twos, I only get to 12. If I count by fours, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. That works out really well. So April had 20 days, so all the way to here. May had 8 days. And June had 4 days. Okay? And over here, the next graph says the amount of sunny days. Same months, April, May, and June, but this time it's a number of sunny days, right? Or, no. This time we're counting by fives though. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So April had 5, May had 10, twice as much, and June had 15, 3 times as much. You can shade them, you don't have to. I like to shade mine in just for decoration. Now I can answer questions. Which month had the fewest sunny days? Well, look at it's an easy reference, which has the smallest bar. Actually, April. How many more rainy days occurred during the 3-month period? Oh, so I got to find out how many rainy days we had. We had 20 plus 8, 28 plus 4 gives me 32 rainy days. Now, how many sunny days were there? 15 and 10 make 25, plus 5 is 30. How many more rainy days occurred during the 3 months? So more would be, there were 2 more rainy days than sunny days. If it rained 3/4 inches day, 3/4 of an inch, or 75 hundredths inches each day, how much rain fell in the 3 months? So that's 32 rainy days, and every day it rained 75 hundredths of an inch. I have to multiply to find out how much that is. So 5 times 2 is 10. Drop a 0, 14, 0, 10, 4, 2, 2 decimals. So a total of 24 inches. All right? Okay, so let's look at this one here. It says color shirts sold, red, black, blue, number 5, 10, and 7. So I need to put my titles down here. Red, black, blue. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I need 5, 10, and 7. So I can't write threes. Get me close. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I need 5. 5 is close to 6. I need 10. 10 is more than 9. And 7, which is more than 6. There you go. Now I can analyze it. Suppose you are completing the bar graph. Which scale is best? Here they use 1, 2, 12, and 10. I use 3. I think the best scale for this one, it wouldn't fit on this graph over here, but you could use 2s because you could get the halfway, the odd numbers you could be halfway between. I use 3 because I only had 5 bars. So look at the multi-step question here. Brandy graphed the data correctly. Which statement about the graph is true? The bar for black is twice as tall as the other bar for blue. Is 10 twice as much as 7? That's not true. The bar for black is twice as tall as the bar for red. Is black 10 twice as much as 5? Absolutely. So my answer would be B. Look at this question here. The teacher at Mary's school are in pasta cooking contest. The bar graph shows the amounts of sauce they use in their recipes. What is the difference between the greatest and least amounts? Well, the greatest amount is Anna. The least amount is Earl. Earl has 1. Anna has 7. So how do I find the difference? 7 minus 1 gives me 6 cups. The answer is D. Okay, look at this graph. Animals on the farm. We had horses, cows, and pigs. Pigs had 6, cows had 15, and there were 12 horses. My question says each horse ate 15 pounds, each cow eats 30 pounds, and each pig eats 1 pound. How much hay do all the animals eat in one day? Oh my goodness. So each horse eats 15. There are 12 horses. So 12 times 15. Each cow eats 30. There's 15 cows. They eat 30 pounds, so 15 times 30. And each pig eats 1. So that's 6 times 1. That's 6. This is 450. 15 times 10 is 150. 15 times 2 is 30. So 150 plus 30 is 180. And I put all those together. My answer has to end with a 6. Look at my choices. Can't be D, can't be C. 46 is not even reasonable because these two numbers are way more. So my answer is B. I can check it. 8 plus 5 is 13. 4, 5, 6. 636 is my answer. All right. Nice work. Okay, so Who could fill more than 1 quart container with their sauce? 1 quart is 4 cups. So Steve had 4 cups, Anna had 7 cups, Earl had 1 cup, and Jamie had 3 cups. My question is, who could fill more than 1 quart? And it takes 4 cups to make a quart. So who had more than 1 quart, more than 4 cups? And the only answer there is Anna, who had 7. So the answer is B. All right? So how do you know which graph is best to use, a frequency table or a bar graph? Now, this is a tricky question because you have to understand these two graphs are used very differently. A frequency table just tells me how many times something happens, where a bar graph tells me how much of something I have. Now, someone might argue and say, well, how much I have also tells me the frequency, but if you think about it in terms of context, you don't have 15 times the amount of times you ate peanut butter. You know, the times you ate peanut butter is a number of times it happens. It's not an amount of peanut butter. So I like to say if you're counting how many times something happens, you want to use a frequency table. If you're counting how much of something there is, you want to use a bar graph. Okay? Let's think about that. So which display allows you to find the number of miles in the Rio Grande River in Texas? So am I counting how many times something happens or how much I have of something? Yeah, in this case, I'm counting how much I have of something. Where in this question over here, the number of miles in the Rio Grande River, the length of the river over here tells me the types of rivers. No, there's no name of the river on my frequency table over here. But my bar graph tells me the names of the rivers. So here, I definitely want to use a bar graph. Okay, a bar graph, that's a number of miles. How much of something? How many miles in the Rio Grande River? Okay. All right, how about which display allows you to find the number of rivers that have 801 miles or more in Texas? Yeah, a frequency table because I'm counting how many of something there are. The number of rivers, and that would be a frequency table. And over here, the number of rivers more than 801 is in this area right here. Okay? And more would be all of these, of course. All right? So I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer these questions really quickly on your own. When you are ready to check your answers, hit play, and then you can check your answers, okay? So hit pause now, work these 3 questions out, and then hit play to check your answers. Okay, all right, check your answers. Let's see. So first question here says the bar graph shows the number of hours each person worked at the movie theater on Friday. Al earns $8 an hour, Bob earns $10 an hour, and Alina earns $9.50 an hour. How much will the theater owner pay all the 3 workers? So Al worked 8 hours, Bob worked 5 hours, and Elena worked 6 hours. So if Bob works 8 hours, he earns $64. Bob works 5 hours. He worked $5 an hour. He earned 10 hours. That's $50. And Elena is $9.50. Well, 9 times 6 is 54. A half times 6 is 3. So she earned $57. I put them all together. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I get $171 total. So C would be your best answer. Okay, the next question here. A kennel cares for dogs while their owners are on vacation. The graph shows the amount of food each dog receives each day based on his weight and activity level. Use the graph to answer questions 7, 8, and 9. So which dog is fed more than 1 quart but less than a half a gallon of food each day? Well, this is cups. So Buster has 8 cups. Abe has 1 cup. Pepper has 4 cups, and Benji has 5 cups. So I don't know which one is more than a quart. Well, a quart is 2 pints, so that's going to be 4 cups. So 1 quart equals 4 cups. And my question is, which one gets more than a cup? I'm sorry, more than a quart. So which one has more than 4 cups? So Buster, Pepper, and Benji, so Abe is out. but less than half a gallon. Well, a gallon is 4 quarts. So half a gallon is 2 quarts. So that's 8 cups. So which one is less than 8 cups, but more than 4 cups? And that would be Benji is the only one that's more than half a gallon, more than a quart, but less than half a gallon. So the answer is D, Benji. Okay, number 8. How much food is Pepper fed in 1 week? Well, if Pepper gets 4 cups a day, 4 cups times 7 is 28 cups. Which one of these is equal to 28 cups? I know it ain't 25 cups. So in a quart, there's 4 cups. So 4 times 7 is 28. So B is my answer. All right, and number 9, a multi-step. Which of the following is equivalent to the total amount of dog food all 4 dogs are fed in 1 day? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, they get 18 cups a day. 18 cups a day. So is 1 gallon, 1 pint equal to 18 cups? So I know that 1 quart is 4 cups. So 4 times 4 is 16. That's 1 gallon. 16 cups is a gallon. And I have 18, so that's 1 gallon and 2 cups. And 2 cups equals a pint. So 1 gallon and 1 pint is my answer. A is my answer. All right. All right, guys, good luck on the activity. If you have any questions, come and see me, and we will work on any questions you may have. Good luck. See you later.